When we meditate, or after we meditate, or no, it doesn't have it. You say these meditations are very powerful, and all of a sudden, I have no idea what you mean. I mean, I look around me and I see there are people who are having powerful responses to the meditation, and I as well. But all I see is this man sitting up on a chair speaking some words, which I only sometimes can follow. You know, my mind just doesn't grab onto them, and I'm going, what's going on here?
Yes, when I say these meditations are very powerful, I'm not saying that I am very powerful or my words are very powerful. It's not that. What I'm drawing attention to is that if we give our attention to the experience of being aware, the experience of being aware is invisible, although it pervades all experience. Most people completely overlook the experience of being aware. Although all there is to experience is being aware of experience. Most people in our culture in general completely overlook being aware. It's like denying the existence of a screen while watching a movie. And yet our culture is founded on the belief that consciousness is, if it's acknowledged at all, it is trivial, insignificant, a byproduct of matter. So what is powerful is to recognize that the experience of being aware is the most substantial element of our experience. It is indestructible. It is ever present. It is never harmed or stained or modified by experience. So far from being a little trivial byproduct of matter, far from being this fragile, fleeting entity that is subject to birth and growth and decay and death, it is the most intimate, the most readily available, the most substantial element of experience. It is that which all experiences have in common. What is it that, think of all the thoughts, feelings and perceptions that you have ever had. Too many to count. And there seems to be nothing in common with the experience that you were having as a 5-year-old girl on the beach and the experience that you are now having. Your mind is different, your body is different, the world is different. There's no connection between the two. And then think of all the experiences you have ever had, all this disparate multiplicity and diversity of thoughts, images, feelings, memories, sensations, etc. What is the common element? What is it that all experience shares?
Consciousness.
Being aware. Consciousness. It is the common ground of all experience. It is the essential ingredient of all experience. It is what we call I, myself. It is systematically ignored by our world culture. And then we wonder why there is so much unhappiness, why people find it difficult to live harmoniously together in intimate relationship, in families, in communities, why there is so much conflict between nations. It is simply because we have overlooked this shared element of experience. It's not as if it's hidden, it's not buried deep in experience somewhere. It's just, it's shining in all experience, the simple experience of being aware. That is what is powerful. To give that our attention, to place that on the altar of our attention, to honor that in our lives, which doesn't mean to say we lose interest in thoughts, feelings, activities, relationships. No, we can be interested in all those things, but in the background of all of that, we dedicate our hearts to the presence of awareness. We give our minds to the multiplicity and diversity of experience, but our hearts are dedicated to God, dedicated to God's infinite being. That is like that beautiful poem yesterday about the young woman who had fallen in love, and her heart was dedicated. Her heart was there. She couldn't be married to any other object or person because her heart had already been given in love to the beloved. That is what is powerful. It's not my words, it's not my yoga meditations. It's really the power of acknowledging what is in fact already present and intimate and close and available and open and ever present in all experience. That is what is powerful. That is what in time infiltrates our thoughts and feelings, and in time it begins to permeate our activities and our relationships. And you see it, 7 days ago, most of us were strangers to each other. Some of us have been before, so we know each other, but many of us here, we met for the first time 7 days ago. And yet the quality of friendship that we now share is the quality of friendship like you have with an old friend. That is just one example of the power of honoring the presence of awareness, honoring the being that each of us is, and allowing it to overflow, in this case, into relationship.